everyone and welcome back to the GetReskilled channel. Today we're taking a closer look at the pharma and med device industries in Ireland's county Dublin. Dublin has a massive pharma industry. There are over 10,500 people employed in at least 33 manufacturing sites and many thousands more employed indirectly by companies that support these industries. There's also a huge presence of corporate R&D and business support functions for pharma and med device companies across the county. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at where these companies are, and that includes how to find the ones closest to you. We're going to take a deeper dive into some of the biggest companies here so you can better understand what they do. And finally, I'm going to give you some tips about how to find a job in Dublin's pharma and med device industries. Any GetReskilled resources you see me use are freely available on our website, and I'm going to put a link to them all in the description below. If you spot something missing from any of them, please leave a note in the comments. We're constantly updating them as we see new information, but things change all the time and we're just a small team. So let's get started with getting to know the companies that operate here. This is GetReskilled's Google map of the pharma and med device manufacturing sites across Ireland. We can use the search function to focus on Dublin and get ourselves a really great overview. Each of these pins is an individual company and you can click on each one to get more details about it. This is the ideal way to get to know which companies are within a commutable distance of your house and to create a wish list of companies to start applications and monitoring job adverts. But if you're less concerned about location and would rather start your search based on company or size of site, we've got another tool that will help. This table's from our website and shows a list of the manufacturing sites in Dublin. There's a couple of things to note here. First, there are a lot of sites, so as I said, we've got 33 on this list right now, and that only includes manufacturing sites. So as a result of that, there are lots of opportunities. Dublin has always ranked first or second for available jobs on our Pharma jobs board, and that's also a good sign for long-term stability, because an industry cluster like this often attracts more companies and more investment as these areas tend to have good supporting infrastructure and a highly skilled local population. The other thing to note is that there's a great mix of opportunities. We've got huge manufacturing operations from some of the world's biggest companies, and actually 7 of the top 15 pharma companies in the world are manufacturing here, including Pfizer's Grange Castle biologic manufacturing site, which employs approximately 2,500 people and is actually one of the largest integrated biopharma plants in the world. But we've also got lots of sites with less than 100 employees, so whether you're looking to work for big pharma or you'd rather have a career in a smaller company, Dublin's industry gives you those opportunities. And finally, while that table concentrates on manufacturing sites, Dublin also has probably the biggest offering of other pharma and med device sites in the country. These sites are focused on things like R&D, corporate and business support, clinical research and clinical trials, for example. So if it's not a manufacturing career in pharma you're after, Dublin can still be a great choice. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the bigger pharmaceutical companies operating here. First up we have Alexion. Alexion has operated a site in Blanchardstown, Dublin since 2013. When it started, it was the company's global supply chain and operations headquarters, as well as a packaging and warehousing plant. Then in 2015, the company announced a €450 million investment to build a new large-scale biologics manufacturing facility on the site. This was the company's first biologics manufacturing site outside of the US, and at the time it was the single biggest investment a pharma company had made in Ireland. In 2021, Alexion was acquired by the British pharma company AstraZeneca and became the company's rare disease group. Then, in September 2021, the company announced a $360 million investment to build a next-generation active pharmaceutical ingredient manufacturing facility for small molecules that allows late-stage development and early commercial supply activities. Then, in June 2022, the company announced a further $68.7 million investment, which included a new manufacturing and science technology lab and warehousing facilities for the Dublin site. The company currently employs around 500 people here. Next up is Amgen. Amgen has 2 sites in Dublin. The company acquired its Dunleary manufacturing site from Pfizer in 2011. Since then, the company has invested approximately $1 billion in expanding the site. It's now Amgen's largest manufacturing facility outside the US, and work here specialises in formulation, aseptic drug product filling, lyophilization, packaging and analytical testing. The facility can actually lyophilize 100,000 vials at a time and fill 25,000 syringes per hour, and approximately 760 staff work here. The company also has a commercial team that are based in Santry, which carries out functions including sales and marketing, as well as medical and market access. Next up we have Bristol Myers Squibb. BMS has had a presence in Ireland for the last 50 years, so in Dublin the company now operates a biologics manufacturing site in Cruiserath and an external manufacturing division in Blanchardstown. Construction of the Cruiserath biologics manufacturing site began after an approximate $1 billion investment in 2015. This was the company's first biologics manufacturing facility outside the US, and operations started in 2018. The site now employs approximately 650 people. In early 2024, BMS announced a $400 million investment to build a new manufacturing facility on the Dublin site. The sterile drug product facility will be the company's first such site in Europe for biologics manufacturing, and it's expected that employee numbers will reach about 1,000 as the site becomes fully operational. The next company on our list is Pfizer, and Pfizer has two sites in Dublin, Ringsend and Grange Castle, which between them employ approximately 3,000 people. The Ringsend site houses global business services, finance, digital, and the commercial offices for Ireland, which includes functions such as sales and marketing and regulatory affairs. Almost 500 people are employed here. And then there's the Grange Castle Biologics manufacturing site, which employs approximately 2,500 people. It is one of the company's leading biotechnology manufacturing sites, and with facilities that cover more than 1 million square feet, it is one of the largest integrated biopharma plants in the world. Grange Castle is responsible for producing a wide range of biologics and vaccines, including finished vaccine products in pre-filled syringes and the company's COVID-19 vaccine. The site also manufactures products for clinical trials. The quality control labs in Grange Castle provide support to other Pfizer manufacturing sites around the world, and there are significant R&D activities happening here as well. In December 2022, Pfizer announced a €1.2 billion capital investment in the Grange Castle site. That investment, which is Pfizer's biggest expansion investment to date in Ireland, will see a new facility built on the site that will double the capacity for biologics drug substance manufacturing. This expansion is expected to create a further 400 to 500 jobs at Grange Castle. And last up we have West. West has had a manufacturing site in Damastown since 2005. The facility offers a single source solution by performing design, development and manufacturing activities for their pharmaceutical and medtech customers. They specialise in innovative high quality injectable solutions and services, and there's also a global R&D facility within the site. In total, approximately 730 employees currently work here. In November 2024, West announced 330 new jobs as a result of an expansion of its manufacturing facilities, and the company also has office-based operations in Blanchardstown, where approximately 90 employees carry out a range of global functions, such as finance and supply planning. So that's a roundup of some of the biggest companies that are operating here. In addition to the operations of those big companies, there has continued to be significant investment and a number of job announcements in Dublin recently. Some of the biggest include Siemens Healthineers adding 100 new jobs as they launch a new centre for excellence of immunoassay research and development. SK Biotech Ireland are investing up to $35 million to build a new API manufacturing plant on their Swords site. Then we already covered the expansion of the West manufacturing site, leading to 330 new jobs, the $400 million investment from BMS that's expected to create 350 new jobs, and Pfizer's $1.26 billion investment that's expected to create more than 500 jobs at Grange Castle. So not only is Dublin a well-established hub for industry with lots of current job opportunities, it's continuing to attract investments that promise even more jobs for the future. And that's excellent news for anyone currently working in the industry or thinking of starting a career in it. Okay, so how do you find a job here? Well, finding a job in Dublin's pharma industry is too big a topic to cover in this video, but be sure to subscribe to our channel because a dedicated video is coming very soon. But as a very quick introduction, here's our specialist pharma jobs board. It only lists pharma and medical device industry jobs, so it's absolutely invaluable to anyone job hunting in those industries. You can find jobs in Dublin by going to the jobs board, typing Dublin in the location filter option and selecting Dublin, Ireland from the drop down. You can then add any other filters you'd like and just take a look through the options. So that's it, our guide to pharma and med device industries in Dublin. If you've got any specific questions, put them in the comments below because we are always more than happy to share our team's specialist knowledge. And if you're interested in starting a new career in Ireland's pharma industry or upskilling into a more specialist niche within it, head on over to GetReskilled.com and find the course that's right for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more insights into the pharma and med device industries.